It's something I'm really passionate about. Absolutely love it. It's like being in an alien world. My name is Gary and I'm 48 years of age. I work in digital marketing and have done for over 20 years now. Wow, it's a long time. And I live in Poole in Cornwall. My passion is diving and I've been doing that on and off since 2009. I first learned to dive in a place called Koh Tao in Thailand. Thailand is such a beautiful place to dive. The water's warm all the time and really clear waters so you can see everything. Beautiful little island full of dive resorts, and it was just a fantastic experience. Even saw some reef sharks when I was there as well. That was pretty cool. It was one of the highlights really. Although I think they were more afraid of us than we were of them, because they would swim away once they spotted all the divers. We learned to obviously manage our equipment, to put on and test our tanks. Even things like being able to clear our masks underwater, that was a really interesting exercise, and you'll see in the other clips me and my dive buddies doing that. You always had a dive buddy, so you'd always partner up. That was to make sure that in an emergency you could mainly survive and get back up to the surface. You would all of us had a spare breather, so you could take that and get some oxygen from your diving buddy. One of the important things you learn on your first few dives is to maintain your buoyancy as well. So it's really important not to end up crashing into the coral and harming any marine life and the coral itself. So that was, being able to float essentially in the water and a sensible distance was quite tough initially, but soon got the hang of it after a few dives. I had an amazing instructor, and yeah, that was really important for me, because I wanted to make sure I wasn't going to leave a negative impact on any of the reefs whilst I was there. We went on to do further dives in the advanced open water qualification, and that's where things got really cool, so really exciting. We were able to dive much deeper, going down to I think 16 metres and beyond, just to experience what it's like at much deeper levels, and obviously that requires quite a lot more technique. It's slightly nerve-wracking at first because you realise how deep you are. You can't just ascend to the surface, otherwise you'll get the bend. So that you had a very controlled ascent when you finish your dive. Different experience altogether. Rather than tiny little fish, you are seeing like real sharks and huge groupers that are 2 metres or bigger, and that was a real experience. It's something I wasn't quite expecting on those initial dives. So very different to diving in Cornwall. Thailand, you do get to see a lot of different marine life. So that was a really awesome experience. Something I'll treasure for a long time. It does teach you a lot of self-discipline. You're very in the moment the entire time, so you totally forget anything that's going on in your day-to-day life, any stresses, anxieties or whatever, and that's a really cool thing about diving. You're very much in the moment, and I love that about it. You're just in the water, thinking about your breathing all the time, and I think that's a really wonderful calming effect. It's really important. You can't panic. You really have to be in control the whole time, and I think that's definitely one of my favourite elements of diving. The diving community, it's incredibly friendly people, and I got to meet some people I've stayed in touch with for a long time now. And I think when you are buddied up with somebody in that kind of situation, deep underwater, I think you do have a bond with people, and you do develop really strong friendships as a result. So yeah, the diving community is really, really cool. It's a cool thing to be a part of, and yeah, made some really cool friends along the way. The thing I'm most proud of would be just completing that advanced open water as well, and just learning how to dive at that depth. That was really, I never thought I would do that. It was, it was a really cool experience. And I had great feedback from my dive instructor, and I think I handled it really well. So I didn't realise I had that temperament for diving. It's something that I very much went into. Just thought I'm just going to give this a try, and just loved it.